Welcome back to my series, AI with Ali, where I teach you the basics of these tools so that you can use them like pros. Today, I'm talking about context. Have you ever been working on something with Claude or ChatGPT, going back and forth and then finally getting super tailored responses, only to get that really annoying message that says you've reached the maximum length of your conversation? Or you started a new chat and the entire relationship that you've built with Claude has basically disappeared? Both of these things have to do with context. Context is everything that the chatbot can see and work with in a given moment. Your messages, responses, any documents that you've shared. These chatbots don't experience conversations in the way that we do. When you ask it a new response, it isn't really remembering everything that you've said. Instead, it's actually reading the entire context from top to bottom and then using that to generate the next response. So, as the context of the conversation grows inside, it becomes extremely computationally expensive to read all of this information and use it to create a new response. This is called the context window, and when you hit it, your responses may slow down or become less accurate. And while these chatbots have become more efficient when handling context, it is still important to understand how to manage it on your own so that you can troubleshoot whenever you need to. So when it comes to managing context with chatbots, I think about it in three parts: the chat, the project, and the memory. First, the chat. Every chat has its own context window. As the conversation grows, the chat is going to drop off old messages to make room for new ones. This is why after a long chat, you might notice that it's forgetting things that happened in the very beginning of the conversation. To handle this, as your context window starts filling up, ask the chatbot to summarize the key points of the conversation. Then you can use that summary in a new chat to set the background for a new conversation. If your context hasn't filled up yet and you have a similar question to something that you've had in a previous conversation, it's wise to ask the question there because the chatbot has the context of that conversation. Likewise, if you have a new question, it's best to put that in its own chat so that way the chatbot doesn't pay attention to irrelevant details. Second, projects. If you're working on something ongoing that has a similar theme like a job search or maybe a business project, it's wise to create an entirely new project. That way you can keep all of the relevant details and memories together. When creating a project, specifically in Claude, you're able to house all of your related information together. The context stays completely separate from all of your other chats. That way Claude knows exactly what to focus on when you're asking it a question. Separate projects for separate work streams is the best way to go. And third is memory. This is a layer of context that lives outside of all of your chats and your projects. It's like having a long living context that can be relevant to any chat you might ask it. If you have any important details about yourself or your business that you think might be relevant to all of your chat context, it's wise to put that in the memory because the chatbot can reference that on every single chat that you have. So to summarize, context is the information that the chatbot has at any given moment. You can manage it at 3 different levels. In the chat, by keeping things clean and focused. In the project, for using these for ongoing work streams. And in the memory, for setting the correct foundation for